Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Grille. It's the Tier 5 German SPG based on the hull of the Achtung or the the Panzer Achtung ICT. The Czech tank is located on the northeast corner of Glacier, and it's under command of Chickens 1003 of the Arty clan. Game on. Well, it's a 15 centimeter howitzer mounted on top, as I said, of a hull that could be a Marder or it could be a Arty, an SPG. They make quite a lot of these, in fact 282 of the Grilles, and all you've got to do is swap the gun for this to turn from being, instead of an Arty, turn it into a tank destroyer. It was a very good platform actually, although a little slow, 42 kilometers an hour. But the platform was reliable. In fact, that's one of the reasons why the Germans liked this platform so much, and they made so many vehicles based on the hull of the Panzer Achtung ICT. Now, T was the suffix that was actually used for the tanks that came from Czechoslovakia, from the Pilsen factory, and the Jagdtiger Achtung ICT was the Hetzer, as many of you know. So lots of tanks made from that particular type. Well, he decided to snap around in there. Didn't get any joy. I think this battle goes to show that, you see, Chickens doesn't just play the Bishop. He plays a lot of tanks. And he does enjoy Arty a lot. And thank you for all the kind comments made by so many people, not just about my illness recently, but also to say that you love a channel which actually features Arty, because you get to actually play your game and then have it featured on YouTube, so obviously you can see your game and have it commentated on by somebody who understands Arty. Rounds out, that's going for the bridge. Oh, it was a direct hit! Oh, the guy who's up there just got clobbered. Now, with the stock gun, which is a standard gun actually, were 480 Alpha, 38mm of pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius, between 6.5 and 10 seconds of stun. That guy up on the bridge at this moment is probably nursing a massive loss of hit points, and he's not going to be very happy. It's a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, and now we've got a Matilda who's blasting away, but he has already been hit by Arty once. And I think it was the M41 who did that. Was it the M41? No, it's the PP who did it, because we've got a PP. The enemy's got an M41. Now, this Arty won't fire over the entire range of the map, but you can see that AEC on the enemy team's just outside maximum range. He's trying to find a solution, looking around as quickly as he can to find someone. That was one of those Polish tank destroyers out in the middle. The Zadimika? I think one of our resident Polish members of Olymp will probably have to tell us exactly how we should pronounce that one. Okay, he's quickly hunting the battlefield, looking for a target. He's found one. Oh, he's killed one! He just wiped out the M5A1 Stuart. How did he know that one was there? He's not. That's not cheating. He fired at the spot where he fired before, and the guy was still there. He may have been using the minimap as well, because the minimap is very helpful to Arty players. A lot of tank players don't move after they've fired, and they should. If they've been spotted, they should move. If you don't move, you can expect to get around right up your rear. Okay, he's aiming onto this corner because we've got two tanks. We've got one of the Polish tank destroyers and lovely flat roofs. That's going to be a very nice target for anyone. It is one of the tier 5, I think. Is it tier 5? Yes. It's a tier 5 tank destroyer with a very big flat roof. So that's going to make a nice target for any Arty player. He can just about get around in there. It's going to be difficult, but he's reloading really rapidly. Rounds out straight away. And he does! Onto the engine deck. Knocks the tracks off. 5 hit points. That guy's going to go down to the next shot that lands near him. And if it's not us, then he'll probably be one of our teammates. T-67's backed up, but he's a little further away. I think he might be outside range. We can't see the Mia. Okay, we've got a couple of enemies over here, down to the south. T-67 facing off with, I think it's an M8A, it's an M4A1. Yes, there's the T-67, thinner armor, much more vulnerable to Arty. Rounds out. Oh, he moved quickly. When he knew a round was on the way in, he moved very quickly to get out of range. In fact, he's gone Arty safe. He's placed himself right up against the wall to make it difficult for the shells to land on him, but this M4 is out. The T-67's out. We're 3 up on the enemy. No, we're 2 up on the enemy. There's an enemy tank right up on top of the aircraft carrier. Could just make it out. It's a 14 TP, which is a Polish light tank. 14-ton tank. Now, can you get a shot? He fires. Unfortunately, it's just a little too late. He gave him too much lead. But the guy's still there, and he's still spotted. And he is taking damage. Now, this could be a chance for getting a kill shot, because this shell should go straight through him if it lands on top of him. Now, he's backed up just a little, but hold the aim, because he might move forward again to try and get another shot. Yes, he is doing that. Okay, hold the aim. Get ready. He's going to be stationary while he takes shots. He's reverse side scraping. Rounds out. Oh, he hoped that he would back up, but he didn't. Okay, you might get another chance. We've still got an M8A1 down there, but the guy is very low on hit points. It looks like he's going to go down. Rounds out. Yes, he got the kill. The guy stood still too long, and he's out the game. We're 2 up on the enemy, but we've lost all our tanks in the northwest corner of the map. The enemy have lost all their tanks in the south of the map. Now, it looks like we've got 2 tanks headed for their cap area. I think that's going to force their guys to actually return back to their own cap. Otherwise, they're going to lose the game. Okay, so we've got a T-67 AMX ELC Biz. I doubt that the enemy will try to make their way towards our cap, because we do have defenders. We've got a Marder Acton ICT, another tank. Of course, that's the other version of this tank. They did make several Marders, by the way, with some with the gun forward, some with the gun at the back. That was a shot by our teammate in the other Arty, the Fifi. He just couldn't get the angle down. The Marder's on the move. There he is. He's rushing to try and get round. And he's taking fire as well. Okay, it's a long shot over a long range. Close. It did. It splashed him and it stunned him. He's trying to get up, trying to get under the protection of that rock to stop our Fifi from nailing him. We've lost sight of him now. He is still there, though. Now, he's got the 75mm gun, the Marder 30 Acton ICT. Trying to get as close as we can. The Valiant's crossing now. He's basically, he knows this is going to be an end game. They are trying to defend their cap area in force. There's the Acton ICT. He knows to use the rocks as cover. But unfortunately for him, it's not going to work out so well. And it certainly hasn't worked out very well for that M41, because although he's just outside our range, now he's inside the range, he's been spotted. In fact, he just got killed by our archer. And now we're firing for the enemy Fifi at the other end of the map. Oh, now that was interesting. That was a a heat round from the Fifi, which actually penetrated the enemy Arty. Or was it us? No, it was us. We fired a heat round, not the Fifi. 330 off that. Let's have another quick look. It was an armor-piercing one. Yes, high explosive anti-tank. 340 alpha. We got 330. So we actually got slightly less than the alpha. But it was from us, not from the Fifi on our team. Now, he decided to do that because obviously a Fifi that's side on is obviously going to provide a very big target. And we've been spotted. So something saw us. And it means there's probably something. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's an ELC. Now, he's got the 75mm gun, not the 90mm. Otherwise, we would have been gone with one shot. But the only way to save us is to get close. And if he tries to come down to us, use that big 15cm. Oh, he done. He shotgunned him. And the ELC just got badly damaged. Unfortunately, he's going to get another shot, I think. And he does. Oh, dear. He tried. We've got one of those end of game analysis. I haven't seen this before. I think this is new to the latest update, 24.1. Where it shows you how the enemy tank managed to wipe you out. Okay, going back to the battle, we can now see that the Marder and the Valiant are going after the T-40 on the enemy team. And the Fifi kills him from very long range. All the way over the other side. And that's it, the game's over. It's a victory. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a second-class tanker for Chickens 1003 of the Arty party in the Grille. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall, as well as a win rate of 5,503, which is super unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he did get the highest damage, 1,646. In fact, he was the only player to get over 1,000 hit points of damage on the enemy. Second highest damage went to the Marder Aslains ICT, who got 857, and so did the M8A1, funnily enough. So they're joint second place. And I suppose you could say in third place was the only member of the enemy team who managed to keep up with them was the 14 TP, who managed 806, but unfortunately pushed it too far and got nailed by Chickens when he stood still too long. When it came to kills, we can see it was jointly held between the Marder Aslains ICT and the 14 TP. They both got 4 kills. Chickens got 2 kills, so did the Archer on his team, and so did the Fifi on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it's Chickens who got it with 636, 616 went to the M8A1, and 504 went to the T67. Chickens fired 15 rounds, decent amount of ammunition expended to get a good result, 6 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 7 splash. Damage of 1,646 hit points, of which 1,372 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits, and all 3 were penetrations. I'm afraid very thin armor on the Aslains IC because it's carrying a huge howitzer, which is very heavy. So they try to keep the weight down, and the gun shield, well, it's an open gun shield, but it's very thin indeed. Now, let's see if we can find out which ones he penetrated. Well, I would have thought the 14 TP, but funnily enough, no. That was the guy who actually stood still. It was actually the Fifi he hit because it was a penetrating shot with a heat round, and actually did go in and do 330. It didn't do the full roll, but it was pretty effective. The other one he actually penetrated, and we're looking through this list, is the M8A1 Stuart, the one who was right up on top of the carrier, and he managed to get a very accurate shot to take that guy out as well, and I think he didn't move, and as a result, he paid for it. Go back, we can see that he managed to spot one enemy vehicle, That was, I think, the AMX CLC. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, 108 hit points of damage assistance, and 117 of stun assist of 5 stuns. He earned 73,704 credits, and he got 4,770 experience points. So a very good game, and he got a bonus in there as well for completing a mission. So that's not the only replay he sent us. A 2 replay video. Let's have a look at the second battle in the Grille. And this battle is on the Redshire map. It's an assault game, and he's on the assault team. Game on. Well, he's raised his gun straight away. He's raised his howitzer straight away. But he's going to move off into the tree line because he's very vulnerable on his own like this. I wouldn't stick around outside too long, because if you do get spotted, you will get slotted straight away. Okay. He's moving up with KV-1, which is a good idea. You move up with somebody who can actually support you and allow you to get shots onto the enemy. You don't actually have to fire at the target the KV-1's firing at, but if you do, this KV-1 will like you for it, and he will try to protect you, because obviously he sees you as a bit of an advantage. It's almost like having your own little deputy running alongside you, helping you to get shots on the enemy. This sort of cooperation really only happens with Arty, because you'll see on the battlefield, most people, it's just only for themselves. Oh my gum, he's just got a kill. That was so quick. Let's see that again. Well, he sets himself up here in this nice little spot, sees the Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C, parks himself between the houses. He dials in, fires, and it's a kill shot straight away. Landed right in the cockpit of that little tank destroyer, the free premium tank destroyer that Wargaming gave out. He's firing all the way up to the north at the moment, but he's got a grey line, which means he can't shoot up there. That's where he's aiming, but the target he should aim for is that T-28. Yes, he's seen it. Now, if he can hit that and take that out, his teammates will love him for it. Because they'll say, oh, this is good. We've got our own support. And he does. 2 kills. The only player who's got a kill on his team so far. And he's whooping their asses. Okay, Matilda. He's not going to be able to kill that one with 1 shot. In fact, he's only got 480 alpha, but that Matilda's only got 485 hit points of damage. Hit points of health left. Rounds out. This could be a kill. It could be. It is! He's done it again. I said he couldn't kill that one with 1 shot, but he does. That's 3 kills. Well, yes, he did have some help. That Matilda lost a lot of health just before the shell went in. The howitzer shell landed, and that was the end of his game. At this rate, it looks like he might be on for a major medal if he keeps doing this. But it can't always happen. IKV-103, good target selection. Thin armor. Makes it very vulnerable, but it does have a 105mm gun, which makes it very strong. And he got a direct hit. He's left him on 1 hit point. That would have been 4 kills, but for the fact that Wargaming took pity on the IKV-103 and said, I'm going to keep you in the game just a little longer. I'll give you 1 hit point to play with. And the IKV is out the game. The M10 said, no, I'm not giving you pity. I'm giving you a shell. And so he's gone as well. This is getting amusing. This is almost a slaughter, you might say. Was it massacre is the other term I would use. Okay, the AEC, yep, because he's stationary while he's taking shots, making himself vulnerable now. RNG took pity on the AEC and said, no, I'm not letting you have that one. The VK is a lot slower than an AEC, so he's going to make an easier target. Standard reload, 22.59 seconds. He's got 18.99. That's a bit of a snap. But it does get some stun. Now he needs to chase in his teammates now, because his teammates are getting way ahead of him, and they've capped out to win. And the game's over. Well, the only annoying thing about that battle really was the fact that it was over too quickly and he didn't get a chance to shine and do even more kills because he was getting very, very efficient at taking them out one after the other. In this game, Chickens 1003 only got a third class tanker, but he did earn it very, very quickly. And he also got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. And he's winning that game 3,467, which shows that he was super unicorn performance. And yes, what a performance it was. Let's have a look at team score. He got the highest damage in the game, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, so he didn't get the high caliber this time. 1,202, he was the only player to get over 1,000 base. At the next higher, 1,000 hit points. And the next higher is the Striv M42 on his team, who only got 830. So after that, it's over to the M10 RBFM, I think, who got the benefit of that shot on the IKV to kill him. He got 670 hit points. When it came to kills, again, he's got the highest number. 3 kills went to Chickens. 1 kill went to the Striv and to the M10. In fact, there's only 4 players on his team managed to get kills in that game. And there's only 4 players on the enemy team who managed to get kills. And the game was over because basically they left the cap open. And our guys got a free pass into the cap because Chickens was able to take out the defenders who were actually blocking any movement. The T-28 down the south, and then that Matilda who was firing through the gap. Once those 2 guys were gone, his team were just able to pile on into the cap area. They got 3 in the cap and they capped out before the enemy could do anything about it. So it was a very quick game, but it was a game that was enabled, a victory that was enabled by Chickens, because Chickens was the only one who managed to get more than 1 kill. When it came to base XP, it's the Striv who managed to get the best with 460, followed by the M10 RBFM with 453, and followed by Chickens, who got 425, but Chickens was the one who was killing them. And of course, these guys benefit from the spotting because they were spotting for Chickens, and of course, he was then slotting them. Let's have a look at detail. He only fired 6 shells to win that game. He got 3 direct hits and 3 penetrations and 2 splash. Damage of 1,202, all of it at more than 300 meters. So all 3 that he hit, the Matilda, no, he didn't penetrate that guy. He did penetrate the T-28. That one definitely went in. The Panzer Seps Parlafetta, the first enemy. In fact, that was the first one defending in the south. And then, of course, he hit the IKV with a penetrating shot. Look at that, 459 hit points with 1 round, and it left him on 1 hit point. That should have been a kill. That definitely should have been a 460 hit point kill. But Wargaming just gave that guy a pass and said, no, you're not going to get that guy. And the M10 took it instead. Oh, dear. Let's have a look at detail. 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 2 stuns caused, but no stun assist, 20,990 credits profit, and he took away 1,913 experience points, all on a premium account. He really did win that game, actually. I'm pretty sure, even though he was sitting right at the back, down in the south, in the trees and the shrubs, he was the one that won this game, not the others. They may have been sitting in the cap, but he got them into the cap. He was the one with the magic pass that opened the door and said, there you go, there's your cap, go for it. That was a brilliant game. So well done to Chickens 1003. Hope you enjoyed those replays. I know they're rather brief and it's a rather short replay, considering short video, considering we normally have much longer ones. But that was just too funny to not to include, even though it was a brief battle, because it was Chickens that really did perform for the team. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm and the algorithm likes to go nom nom. And thank you for watching.